as a human being as well, when you see the like harder outside or inside mine is soft.
If you're a married couple and both of them are artists, only one could be in the creating process. The other one has to be taking care of the other part, or else there will be chaos and you cannot have a life.
I wanted to put the story into my vessel. My name is Hongmi Kim Hoog. I'm rooted Korean ceramic artist. My work is containment, expressed with memory and resilience about the feeling of life and also the pain from my mother's past life, as well as her strong emotion with her her past life. Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, can I hear about more of your mother's story and how that influenced your work?
Actually, my mother got married when she was 18 without seeing my father. So she got married without knowing anything about my father. After that, there was my father's mother, and my father has 6 brothers and sisters. The youngest one was 8. So she had to taking care of all the like siblings as well as my father's mother. At the time, she was only 18. So she had so much hard time, and she just realized that as a woman as well, there's something has to be educated as well as has to dream for the future. So that's why she really pushed me hard to make the as a woman to go to the pursue her dream. As a woman or as a weakness as well as somebody who could not pursue it as a dream, or something that had a really difficult situation that they could not even come up with what they wanted to do. That's why I wanted to put into the story for the vessel, coming from my mother's story. Yeah.
Why did you choose to express it in such a indirect way?
Because indirect way, it makes more people think. Viewers can see them more, they can put a more story into the vessel as well. Because even though I made a story in there, everybody has their own different feelings, different memories. So even though I made a sort of for example, one of the work is Comme Plume Noir. That is my mother. I tried to create my mother's really dark crying from her mind. But some people can feel the different way from the work.
Have you ever thought of walking outside this big influence of your mother and finding yourself in this process?
Well, actually, I have not yet, because since I finished all my education, I had to stop. I had to pause my art career because I had a new family. I had a son, so I had to pause, and I didn't work for 20 years. So since pandemic, I restarted. So I've been working only maybe 5 or 6 years, but my career has been very improved a lot, achieved. I had a fellowship and national education of ceramic department, but still I have to challenge for my artist career. That I have to research, or I have to really think about what I have to do in the future. Yeah.
My art teacher is a very famous woman artist in China, and then she stopped working 10 or 20 years ago because of the same reason, because she has kids and things that he's doing, and his husband is also He's also an artist, so like she basically told me like if you're a married couple and both of them are artists, only one could be in the creating process. The other one has to be taking care of the other part, or else there will be chaos and you cannot have a life. So I just wonder, in your opinion, what is the best stage or best state of creation as an artist?
I think best creation of, I mean, for me is now, I mean, because of sometimes I feel like because some like artists they never pause, so they keep doing it. They already went up to the really high level that I couldn't even look at it. I can't even approaching it. But you know, when I looking at myself, all the experience when I was pausing, the period that I didn't create it, but during the pausing time, still I learned a lot from my son, from my family, from from everything, whatever I had like a normal life. So that thing is really influenced me and pushed me more, and give me more like like a motivation, give me more motivation, make it work better. So I don't think I really waste my time when I paused time. So still like at the time I learned something from there. Yeah.
So there are a lot of art trends in our contemporary world.
Yeah.
So do you think, like, I'm going to kind of elaborate. So like for someone who's very young and doesn't have that much experience of the things in life, and he tries to copy a certain trend.
Yeah.
For example, I've tried to copy the black artists painting themselves black thing. I tried to paint myself yellow, even though I don't have that many years of isolation and discrimination, but I kind of can convey the same visual effect. So do you think these years of experience really matters and comes in the work if people can just simply copy certain expressions to look that they're very philosophical?
Yeah, I mean, like for example, like recently there's a banana was on the wall.
The comedian,
So even ceramics, the young generations, they made like their own style, and they put the bananas in the combined together. So they make the people like interesting. I mean, yes, of course, it'll make you more like people get attention. But for me, I mean, of course, might gonna be slower, or but for me, I wanted to have my own ideas. I wanted to create my own ideas. It's only I can create, so that people cannot even think about how did they come up. So sometimes it takes a longer to express, I mean, to present to the people, or people who might gonna understand my work, or maybe they might gonna, it takes a time, they might gonna work my work, but still I would rather go to the slow way than keep my way of my work.
Do you ever feel being assimilated in your artwork, and if so, how do you try to walk out of it?
I had a similar experience before. One of the first studio, I went to New York City. It was a pandemic time. So one of I started to create the layering, like different types of clays layering. Most likely people, like a lot of people used all the different clays, and they made it with a kind of, bezel style. But for me, I made like really straight layers, which is really hard. And I did it, and one of the studio potters copied my work, and she started selling. But at the time, I was a little upset. But later on, well, I mean, even though she tried to copy mine, but image and the thing, like image of textures and design is different. So later on, I didn't even mind. Yeah.
Picasso once famously said, "All great artists steal."
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. I mean, well, I never thought about it because I'm not really still famous artist, but. But you know what? Sometimes sharing is not bad at all. Yeah.
Can you talk a bit more about the pattern use and the color use in your work?
Yeah. So first of all, usually I select the clays first. Usually I always choose 6 or 7 clays. combined with the porcelain, stonewares, and the earthenware. And sometimes I porcelains with for example, this one only I used like original clays. I just wanted to put the colored with only clays. But sometimes if I wanted to put the colors and made a different stories, I used I mixed with the pigments into the porcelain, and I made a portion of the colors. And then each clays I made a letter size, and I attached together and pushed it and about to make 2 inches. And then I cut the 2 inches size of the straight lines. And then after that, I try to make all the designs with the coiling. So, all the layer clays is when I'm pushing it, it makes the designs and size and textures and all this stuff. Yeah.
Why do you emphasize on this softness, but creating it using a hard surface?
Because sometimes, even though you see the, kind of hard textures as a human being as well, when you see the harder outside or inside, mine is soft. So it's kind of made, I think, a contrast with as a human, as a, kind of different types of all the.
And would you say this softness and hardness is inspired by other artists? Because this kind of can be a trend, for example, Jeff Koons.
Yeah.
Do you ever see inspiration from these people?
No, never ever, because.
So this contrast kind of comes from inside you?
Yeah, inside of my mind. I always think about my story, my story, something about the, whatever, related my normal life as a life, sometimes, for example, when I went to the Met, I saw the beautiful Monet's painting, then I wanted to try to put into my vessel. Yeah, so that's thing. And also, when I saw the fireworks, I wanted to put the story into my vessel.